Renegade. Man, not afraid man in the wilderness. Keep it real and honest around here. No tabloid. Happy Earth Strong tomorrow, sister. Maria. There's the magazine. Where you ask my sister, you know. Yeah, man. From a different dad. I'm a sister. You have to be guy. Not true. All right. I remember this week, the schedule I got hectic, you know. Full. Because remember Friday I come, remember so we have the match there in a New York. And then Saturday now, you know, so we have a treat. And family fun day. Family fun day and treat. I'm going to broadcast it too. Yes. Yes. You understand? So we have to do that. So we have to look out for the one of them things that, right? All right. We could deal with this because we're going to talk more about that, right? But you remember when around 3 months ago, when Andrew Holness come out to make a speech, the one of them run out from Markie and talk about we know citizenship, dual citizenship. And then Andrew have tried to play a little card around there. So, you know, you remember Big Mama them and the whole of them out them work and them always a politicking. Right? Yes. See? We're going at that now. More on the time who loyal now. When you have Nigel Clark, jump ship, sink the ship, him cut some big hole in it. The ship at Jamaica. Cut some big hole in it. And I sink that. And then him just bail off. 2 weeks him take. Him say them call him 2 weeks now. Nobody not believe that when I like him. Now I play it and make on the ear. They can talk on Big Mama and Big Mama asks him and him say 2 weeks. I'm not play all stand and when I hear the ship has sink. Yeah? But remember when I say when Holness come out and I say, you know, him believe, you know, dual citizenship for all right, but the ultimate leader. You must have a dual. Remember, anybody can turn prime minister at any time. You can't stop any time. But when I say, oh, we believe in this, then they talk 2 way from him mouth. And then they drop the word permit to, you know. Because the people use him word against him. Right? But if you attack consciousness and the right thing and not telling lie, nobody can use the truth against you. They must use the lies. And spinning thing, you know. So if we start this and then deal with them case. Start the show alone.
We lump some, we a beat it till they are my bane. We now make them get in and them and again. None of them boy, we none of them. We alone some rise up the bomber them.
Not a Judas, them a backstabber. I'm my wife and this straight beauty and glamour. No guy can walk to name me with the dagger. Make the heart of Mandela, but the mind of a Zama in the mold. Like a bull man, we send us the jammer. Lyrically inclined, be a metaphor, so no listen to lyrics line to line. Become a lyrical filter, put up in everything, they load some boy all in a hater.
One man in the wilderness. All right. So hear this now. Mr. Holness have a mouthpiece I do some politicking too, you know, because them go talk to Peter Phillips too. Believe it or not, talk to Peter Phillips. I want to hear what Ligel Clark say. Remember play this, I want to hear what Ligel Clark say, right? I want to tell me if this makes sense. Just listen to this. You got to hear how long and when I jump ship. See the ship where I'm jumping at people. I'm showing them before I play that. Right? Now I'm gonna play this first, and then I show the ship where I jump. I'm gonna play this, and then I'm gonna play Ralph Tanaim, and then I'm gonna play Holness. Hear this.
Now, good afternoon, Dr. Clark.
Good afternoon, Cliff. Good afternoon, Siobhan.
My first question, why are you abandoning Jamaica?
Hi, Cliff. I know you would want to start with the bouncer questions. I'm not, and I wouldn't describe myself as abandoning Jamaica, Cliff. It's certainly, bittersweet in terms of this sort of new challenge that has been presented to me. The nature of the challenge and Jamaica's own position in the world and our ambitions to be a leading voice in the world are, considerations that would have sort of gone into an sort of analysis of what this represents, or
Dr. Clark, are you still there?
Yes, I'm here.
But your job isn't done. You're what? Just about 5-6 years into the job as finance minister. You have been leading the reform, structural and other initiatives that
Now lead nothing at all, mass up the place.
are so critical.
I'm not talking about standing of the world. And by the way, let me tell you now again. IMF is a loan shark run by the big boys, them imperialists. You know, just go check it. I played it yesterday. One shark. So now, like, you want a country where you have to turn and go borrow nothing from them. Yeah. See? But it don't take 2 weeks, people. Remember them that talk about Markie, And I say he must have the dual citizenship. Even when get from him father, and him love him father and him father. You say, don't do this. Andrew drunk with a kid. When I born in Jamaica, born in London, him a water. Remember what? You can get poisoned by your water. And him drunk with a kid around that now. And I draw a card. But Andrew come and draw a card and play the political thing and try to spin. I am not going to allow Andrew. The Titans will not allow Andrew. So just get where I go on and spin up again. That done with. Yeah? But hear him now. You are working here in a country. Next year election, And you get a day. You say 2 weeks, I'm called because it's a few weeks. Him say 3 weeks. When you listen for yourself. Him say no, less than that. Him say 3 or 6 weeks. Him say less than that. Few weeks. Few. 2. 1, 2. And somebody could have called you 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 1, 2. And you drop everything. You remember Parliament, you had this, you had that, you have everything. The SSL thing not done, So my farm, not all not done. Everything shabby. The hospital then pop down and everything and nasty. I'm at a partner, I show you the hospital. We just video today. We just video just now, like not even 10 minutes ago. Can't pay to can't listen, I just video on man. You know, so we're not go on kind of around here. We just video in there. So I show you how in the hospital safe and I ask if in the hospital. And see Christopher talking about, the funds and what have you. No, him jump off of the ship and go to the loan shark. After I'm stepping at people neck. It's a country this year work for. I am if you work for yourself. But what they might try to do, they might try to draw some black man from Africa now and from Caribbean. So when they might step in your neck now, them just push them up. Remember, I'm a water boy. Him not do nothing there now. And him at the top there, them not do it. Some can't change no policy there. I'm going to say a thing with mama them, big mama them, where them start, with when you have things like this, them call certain people from over the opposition side. Past people. For instance, when them have the dual citizenship attack, remember these people. Remember this. With Markie G, and them want to make a big thing out of it. Well, here come big mama now. Them talk to PJ Patterson. Ask them about dual citizenship. When them say something, then them spin it. Then Payman Crawford, big mama, them call him for them thing and ask him, so you believe it's right to have dual citizenship? Lisa Anna, them ask her, she say, big mama, go and feed your dog. Right? That's what she say, right? Big mama, go and feed the dog. Go and feed your dog a puppy yet, big mama? Yes, a puppy. Go and feed the dog, big mama. Right? Now this come up now, and they call Peter Phillips. Me straight to them call Peter Phillips. So I finish play that. Now show you all them like spin things because them see the backlash, So what them do now, them go call Peter Phillips. Because them want Peter Phillips or something now for run with it because them have to do that. But let me ask them, PMP people, the one them retire and retire, right? With SSL, Big Mama call on and ask you anything about SSL. Yeah? Big Mama ask you anything about SSL. Big Patterson, Big Mama call and ask you what your input for SSL. Damian and Lisa, them ask you who are phone input for SSL. No, them the call you. Not politics them a play with you. Because when you get a backlash, you know, for them things to call you. And call somebody from the PMP and talk to them. Blah, 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 and then them try to put a wrench and try to spin. We not say them operate. Look, I don't sit down about them operate, you know. I don't want bag of foolishness, you know. Blessed Carlton, see you. Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, where's the Kingston story? Where you missed? Eh? Say Big Mama, in call Lisa and Lisa and I say, Big Mama, go and feed your puppy. Go and feed the dog. And Big Mama said, what you think about dual? She said, Big Mama, go and feed your puppy. The dog have puppy, go and feed the dog. Yes. You remember, right? Yes. Then ask Damian Clark for the same thing. And so Big Mama select when to call anybody from the PMP side. And them select when to ask question. Them not ask about SSL, you know. Them not call nobody from the PMP and say, oh, this look, oh, this and this, call them, you know. Them like that. When if you look how them do, man, them always play politics. So no, not study them by this. Eh? Make up finish here where Ligel, I say 2 weeks, him say a few weeks. Them say 3 weeks, if I 3, that's a more. 3 to 6 weeks, him say no, less. You have to take the less one as less. That means the 2 weeks. Him say few. Listen.
Important, given our recent history since independence, and the country is just at the place where we needed the job to be done. It's not time to go, is it?
You know, the thing with public policy and with public life, the job is never done, Cliff. There's always more to be done. What is important is that in the time in which you serve, you move the ball forward considerably. And I believe that over the past 8.5 years, because prior to my appointment as Minister of Finance and Public Service, I was Ambassador of Economic Affairs, where I, as the Prime Minister mentioned, as Christina mentioned.
Them said the 8.5 years, he was the ambassador and those kind of whole thing in the whole time. And they did an abuse polling thing too, you know. Remember just remind you know. So they might think him just go in no. He might tell you, same was the ambassador for, and he might tell you what him do before him get the full job. Him did their work at the background. See it here, man?
I would have been manage the relationship between the government of Jamaica and the fund, and would have negotiated key agreements during that time. Over those 8.5 years, I believe I've done my best to move the ball forward, and you know that is what each person who serves in public life needs to do.
But certainly, Dr. Clark, there is a sense almost of loss that you're leaving the finance ministry at the time you're leaving it currently. Are you certain the fundamentals are there that you can leave knowing safely that the country is still in good stead?
Yes, absolutely. We have put in place institutional mechanisms. Of course, you know, institutions can be defeated by, you know, persons who are, bent on defeating them, right? And that job is therefore up to a vigilant public. But the institutions are in place to ensure that the contours of stability are maintained. We have an independent central bank. The government is not permitted to borrow from the central bank outside of cases of declared public emergency, and even then parliamentary approval is required. We have inflation targeting regime and monetary transparency. We have a fiscal commissioner and the fiscal commission that is empowered to keep the government on its toes as it concerns the fiscal trajectory of the country. And we, and in so doing, Cliff and Siobhan, the fiscal envelope in which each administration has to operate, ought to be one that is consistent with sustainable medium-term objectives.
For how long has this been in the works, Dr. Clark?
Listen.
How long has what been in the works?
Your appointment as Deputy MD for the IMF.
Well, this has emerged over the course of just a few weeks.
Few weeks.
As in?
Not something that was, yes.
Were you asked to apply for the job?
This is not a job that one can apply for.
So you were recruited?
This is a job where you are selected for appointment. I would have gotten a call.
But you're selected for appointment. Why they don't select you for? And remember, them never use none of them. Because them always use them European and them US people, them people them use. Them run the thing. But if you select for appointment at 2 weeks, and you hear him say 3 years, 6 weeks, you say no, less. Few weeks. That means nothing. Right? But as you can say, when the teacher them leave, the police, the nurses, and any one of them, public service, you hear saying a patriotic. But he might leave now, Andrew now congratulate him. Remember, he might leave Washington. So, what you talk about, remember, this is the most important ministry in the world. Ministry, them will go down there, super ministry, right? Without the funding, and them get it right, the country gone, like right now, right? You can run off your mouth and say, I build this, but if the money not there, the finance minister can't find it. That's it. I remember all the night already. You don't have nothing to do. See? You don't have nothing, or you manage yourself without the money. So the finance ministry run the country. The engine. For all of the ministry. Then they just get up and go collect the taxpayers' money and do it, They have to have the money and they know, so we allocate the money, and they have to ask and they say, okay, this we have spent over here, so. This is what we have spent here, so. This is how they have to work out all of these things, see? So it's the engine. Yeah? And him have the ship and mash up the engine, lick out the gearbox, and then jump ship. He mash up the ship engine, and jump ship. Yeah?
I'd have gone about my business, and I would have received a call to, and that's how this began.
You received.
So you light an easy vessel. Anybody will easy vessel, so no, you can't trust him. So we have a lot of Judas on the place. We have a lot of Judas. Me tell you, we not trust Judas, them a backstabber. Because somebody could have just call you 2 weeks and you pack up everything where you do because of money. And the bigger, because you not do nothing for Jamaica. Remember your money. You can go in there and say, hey, I got to change some policy. This is a loan shark. Him can be my water boy. You can change them policy. Country on this. Him a water boy now. He might be the most junior. Because him going the last. He might go in the last, right? Yes. Right. So when them going, them have to take up them shoes and, carry them water or give them and, brush them off and, yes. Say my water boy, right? You know that. You know. And I'm not eat. See? It's coming like how you have DPP. And you have Strike 5 and move up and down. And them have some deputy. It's coming like your Bank of Jamaica. Them have deputy, Them have deputy. But at the Bank of Jamaica, man, wait this time, they do wawa. They are just deputy. See, enough of them, deputy, you don't know about them, retire. You have the Governor General, them have a deputy up there, Of course. But who wants him? Nobody. I mean, them say them go do the water boy work. You saying? Yes. You know what? Something. And then when it's, let me tell you what happened to. Remember my word. Remember my word never miss. You see when the austerity measure touch up some people, when the austerity measure touch up some people, them what them do, you know, them big boy, them some people are born them, you know. So them are gonna blame Jamaica now. And the flavor is the flag for put on the flag and walk on it. You must see it, all the one from Jamaica help do this. Jamaica help do nothing. A Ligel go do that for them own, carry them water while them are stepping on people's shoulder and neck. See, this time nothing for raise the flag about. This is a country, them here appear you for stepping on people's neck. Loan shark place. Then a loan shark place where they with austerity measure for stepping on people's neck. Remember, you're not stepping on America neck and then put the most money. Then you have China and Japan and the well, European country, them and the rest of the country. Then put the money, them have to get back their money. Me soon play it when I hear it. So now if you know what is the IMF. Him now have nothing there. And I like him, I go down, him I got change something for the betterment of Jamaica. He do not want to borrow them money. If change Jamaica, him have the chance to change Jamaica now, put the people at work. Build up back the farm and 200,000 register, but in a Michael man, they hear him tell about nearly 500,000, 400,000. Or we're going on at 200,000. You know, so we shrinking. Yeah? We're not feeling secure in and no. But for you know your history, you're good enough. Study the past, and you know the future, you know. Yes. You see me, I said? No, we can't buy it, eh? I'm from Jamaica. All right. Let me tell you something. If I'm a fan from the 1940s, right? 40 years. I'm a plate I'm making to see, right? And if I am ever going so good, that mean no country not supposed to pour now. 1948. From 1948 till now. And the capital years that. That sounds like 76 years to me. You know, sounds like to you too. Eh? You know, sound like that to you. The next 4 years are yet here. Eh? Around 48, 48, because 44, what. See? So I run from 40, some up this and 40, because 44, IMF, I think why did I go and see? So some around this, same thing of years, right? If them did so good when them lend your money and them start out, it's all right, but them come with austerity measure. You don't have the money to pay your police, your soldier, your civil servant work and everything. And when them come in, them say, you want cut staff. People are go home and them are go hungry, them not have no pay. Tight their belt, don't pay them yet. Remember, you never have the money to pay them the first. But them tell us to drop them off and do this, so your country will weak up. Cut that, don't fund that, don't build that road. Don't do this, don't do that. So what you do? Austerity measure, them come tighten you up. See, me see it. Yeah? Yeah. You rejoice over, you cannot rejoice over them IMF and get a job there. Our third world country, especially them in Africa and the Caribbean, and I will make them a step. And that is a loan shark place. Yes. Because your money big, you never stop paying them yet. You owe them. See? So when you run out and talk foolishness, we don't buy it. Who buy this?
Literally a few weeks ago.
3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago.
A few weeks ago. Sorry, what did you say?
3 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago.
Much less than that. A few weeks ago.
And having.
So, from him one mouth. Literally, them calling few weeks ago, them say about 3 weeks or 6 weeks, much less than that. Few or two. Right? 2 weeks a man take. People call you, and you abandon everything, you abandon the country and run. Yeah. You abandon the country and run. But you still, I can't move him from there, so. I have to hear where I'm at, I'm going to play a Rasta now. And yet still, Holness are the one where bought the dual citizenship and some people follow this. And pick it up and then turn to Markie, born at Jamaica, doing business that Jamaica never left yet. And you look at the man's father now and say, yes, but you want some other people born overseas. They say, we want them to serve. But they might tell anything there now. You know why I say that? Because he might please John Kochak and that. Hey, when you can make them money, make them not no head for trick nobody, boy. None. Me hear them talk. Me I want the people to listen good enough. Remember me that is a word. Me I drop a word from me too, you know. I soon go play. But I'm gonna play this. Yeah.
And welcome back to Primetime News.
Special welcome to viewers on onespotmedia.com as well as TVJ International in the Cayman Islands.
We begin this evening with more reactions to the imminent departure of Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark for a post at the International Monetary Fund, IMF.
One financial analyst believes the move has created a national crisis for Jamaica.
Now, Dr. Clark is set to take up the new post on October 31.
Several high-ranking officials, including heads of government, have been hailing the appointment of Dr. Nigel Clark to the IMF. But for Ralston Hyman, financial analyst and founding member of the Economic Program Oversight Committee (EPOC),
Nigel Clark's appointment with the IMF has precipitated a national crisis.
A national crisis partly because of unfinished business. The central bank is projecting a decline in the Jamaican economy for this fiscal year due to the impact of Hurricane Beryl. The Jamaican dollar is losing value. The population census is incomplete, and the multi-billion-dollar fraud at Stocks and Securities Limited (SSL) remains unresolved.
Nigel Clark is also leaving an unfinished budget. He hasn't told us where the 45 billion in securitization to fund the road program will be coming from yet. So he has precipitated a national crisis because he is departing suddenly, leaving on October 21st, 31st, without any real successor within the party in order to carry on the work. And Prime Minister Holness must be scratching his head as to see what is he going to do to fill that post.
On Monday, the Office of the Prime Minister said the government has identified successors to Dr. Clark, so there will be a smooth transition and the public can expect a continuation of economic achievements. Dr. Clark's replacement in Northwest St. Andrew has been identified, Dwayne Smith, but no word yet on who will be the finance minister.
We're calling upon the Prime Minister to name who he has identified as quickly as possible in order to contain the fallout.
There's still speculation that Education Minister Favour Williams, who has previously served in the Finance Ministry, could be shifted to the post. Speculation too about Industry Minister Aubin Hill and Information Minister Dana Morris Dixon.
None of those candidates, to me, can inspire the confidence that the country needs at this particular point in time in order to deal with the mess that has been left by Nigel Clark.
In the meantime, Mr. Hyman had this rebuttal to those who claim that Dr. Clark's appointment to the IMF will be beneficial to Jamaica and the Caribbean as he'll be able to make policy changes.
The IMF is driven by politics and money. Yeah? We call it the quotas. The quotas represent your contribution to the IMF. America dominates the IMF because America's quota is 82.6 billion SDRs. That gives them 17% of the quotas and 16% of the votes. Then you have China with $30 billion SDR, which gives them 6.14% of the votes. Then there's Japan with 6.08% of the votes. Then there's France with 4.03% of the votes. Then there's Germany.
So when I hear about the IMF now, that's how the IMF run. Him now have not shot there. Him have got to go carry water. Let me tell you now again. Him a water boy. Him just run for the money with them give him. But let me tell you something. Police leave. And you're not patriotic. Them roast Markie G. Oh, him renounce him citizenship because you know said that attached to him father. Yeah? Now I'm not to do it one way, you know? And not saying illegal and them make a big thing and they see a big mama them run out with this thing. I mean, it's a garbage. But the man you know, you call him 2 weeks and he let down a whole country and when mama shit up. But in this stay and try to patch up to the whole and thing, them kick him out. When the election call. But no, you don't want to do that. You must say, the ship has thing with Holness, them and the one of them, you know. So me I jump it. 2 weeks and a bigger money in my look. So him one of them a sell out. Him seeing people them come from money and sell Marcus Cabin for rice and peas. Ligel. Yes. No, and then what them do, you know? I try to trick the people them. Congratulate him. And the move I went to Jamaica. Of course I went to Jamaica and stepped to them neck and mash it up. stepping on people's shoulder. Mass of Jamaica with them policies. And at them kind of people, them IMF want to consider and carry them water. Because them up there, them dreadful, you know. Them dreadful. Him not have no talk, him not have no talk in the IMF. Let me play it back again.
Will be the finance minister.
We're calling upon the Prime Minister to name who he has identified as quickly as possible in order to contain the fallout.
There's still speculation that Education Minister Favour Williams, who has previously served in the Finance Ministry, could be shifted to the post. Speculation too about Industry Minister Aubin Hill and Information Minister Dana Morris Dixon.
None of those candidates, to me, can inspire the confidence that the country needs at this particular point in time in order to deal with the mess that has been left by Nigel Clark.
In the meantime, Mr. Hyman had this rebuttal.
If you answer that no, but hear this, Drunko. Never hear this. I never call it Drunko, make it sound so. And I Ligel, me for call Drunko. Never call it vulture. Oh, that's so. I put on a little close for your thing, vulture. Right? I'm going to answer turkey vulture, make it sound good. So, vulture. You know, I think this is a vulture. Vulture. Enough time worse than a soldier. Abandoned in platoon, him abandoned the country, nearly 3 million people. When make us suffer. And there, man, with the austerity measures. Forget higher pay, and him can't manage your work. And then, remember, you know, you look over at this. You fight for go get return. And remember Parliament and everything, you know. If a man take 2 weeks, say 2 weeks. Yeah? Yeah, man, I just call it turkey vulture. When people hear turkey, remember they eat turkey too, you know. So I just say turkey vulture. I don't want to call it a name there, right? It's a turkey vulture. See? Them take 2 weeks. And when you look in my band and everything, I'm signing already and say, yes, me gone. And you Andrew now run out like a hypocrite. Yeah, congratulations. And you know, like you must say, this is what the Labour Party produce. Hypocrite and backbiters and parasites. Because for that, them produce alone the flag, brother. This is hypocrisy to the max. Hypocrisy to the max. You know, you have to mix to the max. Hypocrisy to the max. See? When we look for it, where somebody send me back thing, you know, may I look for it, you know. Where I put it? Yo, my brother, send me back the thing with Peter Phillips, so may I look for it and I can't find it. Right there. But the thing with Peter Phillips, I want to show it now, you know. Right there, man. I'm going to find it. Good. Me just start and find it. So, I'll show you Peter Phillips now. See, Peter Phillips. So, let me tell you again now. Him not have no use. Right, that's all. He not have no use. Him just not soldier and platoon. That is just, them a move with couple people, they say. See, me as a turkey volunteer. Yes. Him now have the whole of Jamaica. When I'm stepping on them shoulder. Where if you're looking at the paper, you see talk about say, you know, they CDF funds or something now because the health system. But me don't tell you say they're in a crisis already. Me just, by the way, tough tongue, me just video down a KPH again. Me just tweet. Yeah, since you see me I come on, look before me come on. So we just all of this stuff video up on the wall. So me soon go show now look at touch up there and tell me if it's a word. You saying? Yeah. Him have no, but him have head, you know. That is not a country. Him have the finance minister for a country. Yeah? And they want to turn a water boy, Winston Gray. A water boy want to turn another state institution in a country. A finance minister for a country. Where you talk to leaders and everything, no want to be a water boy. There you go up and them say, yo, come here. More some water. Go there and catch my water and come brush out my place. And then pay him. Can you not do nothing there? He's not going to do nothing there. You see me I say? And them I tell about him I raise the flag. And when people say, this is him own money, it have nothing to do with me. Nothing at all. Yeah.
To those who claim that Dr. Clark's appointment to the IMF will be beneficial to Jamaica and the Caribbean as he'll be able to make policy changes.
Oh, you make policy changes? All right, think with sense. That's why I say you can't listen to these hypocritical politicians. Andrew, you have some of the dumbest set of politicians around there, brother. Yeah. Jane, you have some of the dumbest set of politicians around there. Not two way about it. Not two way, one way. See? Him can't make policy changes now when Colonial run the loan shark thing there. Colonial run it. Colonialism. Capitalism run it. Or him go in there to make policy changes. I'm a water boy. And then not even him at the top person. 24 people them have up the top there. Make the 24 them, you know. 24. And about not 4. Deputy. 24. Because them have different regions. 24. See? I'm the latest water boy. So him now go and him now to look like them. Them have some from Africa where they have to come to right now. Yes. So when them do that, them are, you come here. Back the water. Yes, sir. Him can't do nothing. In glass. I just the money to them pay. Yeah.
The IMF is driven by politics and money. Yeah? We call it the quotas. The quotas represent your contribution to the IMF. America dominates the IMF because America's quota is 82.6 billion SDRs. That gives them 17% of the quotas and 16% of the votes. Oh. Then you have China with $30 billion SDR, which gives them 6.14% of the votes. Then there's Japan with 6.08% of the votes. Then there's France with 4.03% of the votes. Then there's Germany with 5.53% of the votes. Jamaica's voting power is 0.1%. Nigel Clark can't change any policy at the IMF. So that is absolute rubbish.
But here now, I'm going to play it back phone now, yeah. And then hear this now. Them want to return. Look who them I think of for put back in there. So remember, see that mass up school in people. Do what I people them get extra downs. Them can't pass nothing. And them I say, who them I look upon now, I see. See, I'm put her up, I may put her up in a 3D figure. So them I think about them people here. Them I think about she. See how the mummy return, right? Them put the mummy. See how they? Now see that? Yes. The mummy return. Yeah. Them I think about the mummy for return, right? And them I think about that one or two. I want them I think about too. Tumbleborg. Yeah? And them I think about Arbor and Ila, but none of them no make one. No, the mummy return and none of them. None of them no make one. None. Put the three of them together, them no make one. Yeah? You put the three of them together. Eh? Which one you want to play again? And the Ralston? Want to play Ralston again? Eh? Put the three of them together, them no make one. So the mummy return, them want to return her after she go mash up. I want to say, listen, I like showing you something. I like one thing, I do tabloid, you know. I not do it on here. Yeah? I not do that on here. So after she mash up school, she mash up the school, mash up the picnic, mash them up. You have to kind of put her back in a finance, she just finished to where a man when do 3/4 of the way, the little quarter left. Then I make she finish this try. Tell Andrew to take it up. We will him know what I'm doing, you know. You understand? And then when them turn it around now, you not patriotic. But him now jump ship in 2 weeks. The police them sit down and wait and the nurse them and the teacher them and can't get the money for years and then them a leave. And them not patriotic, everybody going out on them. Eh? See? Lucky me. After it go. See? Everybody going out on them. But he might leave now, line in one pocket. And it's a congratulations. Him raise the flag high. Jamaica flag when you know, say them austerity measure them I use a mash up place. Let me tell you something. If this was a good place, then no country in Jamaica, no country in the world, but Jamaica anyway, who not borrowing the money right now. Everybody that's set by this. From 1940 until now. Them that heal all these nations already. And bring them up to par so they don't have to borrow nothing more. I like me I tell, think about it. Eh? When you think about it, then they bring them up already. See, she mash up school. I appear them doing it, but me, you see, me not really big friend and me not business who want to because my feelings mutual to them. You know? So anything with them come with my feelings mutual, this I just see. This is how I operate. If you're cool, I'm cool. If you're not cool, you know, I'm not cool. And when I talk it, worst time, you know, I'm not cool. Keep your distance. Yes? Yes. You see? And that's just me. That's just me. I'm in a big friend. I live in the wilderness, I'm a good. Yeah? And my wife, my kids and grandkids, as granddad and super granddad. I don't mix up with people, man. I have no time for that, man. I'm not change, I'm not flip flop. You go back and look on all my position when I start up for poor and needy and born rich and greedy. Never flip flop. Nah, flip flop. And no, I mean, that's why to flip flop. That's what I mean. Loyalty over loyalty. Even have no loyalty to Jamaica, you know. You have mass of the thing and the people them have there and you trick them with some figures and numbers. And you get a little rate of pay. And you see the ship are sink, but you know want them calling name. Then you jump because the election is expose you. So you jump because you know want the whole somebody don't pay you. So I go save myself because this mama shit up, you know. But me know want my name. And you leave everybody now a sink. Him leave everybody a sink. No matter how far people, remember sure say the man leave everybody a sink. Hold on. Hold on. Look here. Look on this now. You know think. What is? Eh? See the chart there? See the one chart there? See there? Ligel, let's continue our prosperity program. See that? Ligel, and look here. At Jamaica, they look at them on the road. You know, see that people must have look there. You know, see who jump off left, look here. See him down there? Eh? Oh, come out of this, look here. What you want to wait for him, IMF? Want to see it? I'm looking for that seat good enough because if I don't see good, I have to make no seat good. Let me look for this. Yes. Yeah. Oh, but not see good, man. When I can't see it good, yeah, man. So see now, want to see it? See him swing down there? Who in business with? In a business down to in a business Jamaica. See him swing down there. Eh? The finance minister abandoned ship. And that even ship is a boat. I'm going to the loan shark shipping gang and rough here, and they don't save nobody. You see that? Him abandoned ship. Yeah. Him abandoned the boat. Because I look a boat in a little fisher boat in Jamaica. And seeing the way I'm going to. Yeah? That thing I'm going to right now. So I could hear, yeah, so. I could hear me, I say right now, so. Yeah. Yeah, but Andrew, more than 20 years, let me show them hypocritical now. So we want to see who really loyal to Jamaica now. Because them they bring up when them see Mark Rolling past them in the poll. Well, him pass them wide again. But them do. Yeah, them mash up education, I'm so sure that. But them do, them start pan him for resign because him have dual. Him is a British this and that. Him born in Jamaica. Them first him say no born. And them know themselves a John jacket no born in Jamaica. See John jacket are people. Them know say John jacket and I'm jacket. See John jacket there. So them know say John jacket no born there, but yesterday my water minister. Them turn him not senator and turn him now water minister. And them have others in the parliament when them have dual citizenship. And them cut it out now because so much of them, when them have them paper for USA. So this is what Andrew said. The first thing though, when you hear if him not drop out from around, hear this. Hear this.
Position and your view on dual citizenship and holding such and being in the a member of parliament.
Let me say this as a kind of precursor to answering you. I've tried not to say too much on the constitutional reform issues because there is a strategy to literally take all my statements and turn them into political fodder.
So who are telling your statement in a political? If you don't tell truth, you know about one woman in 2 rooms. You have to drop word for me. Me do these things, but me not take your statement and not statement, you have to lie. People, you ever seen a strategy around here where anybody has taken statement and turn in a political fodder? No, you not answer me, no, please don't answer. Who him a drop? Not my word. Not, I want to say not my word a way a long time, you know. Not my word, female. Who him a drop word pan? That's why now him a try to let's talk. And I mean him a drop word pan. Eh? Then I know I'm just declare what happened me right there, so. Eh? Take him statement. I'm not sure when call him statement. Listen again. I hear him go up for Markie G. Listen.
And holding such and being in the member of parliament.
Let me say this as a kind of precursor to answering you. I've tried not to say too much on the constitutional reform issues because there is a strategy to literally take all my statements and turn them into political fodder. And I didn't want anything that I said to be used as an excuse not to proceed because...
Yeah, this? This clearly, I have heard, because what we are doing is holding, all right. Go down. Before me even finish that, let me just sit, let me just play this. Let me play this, and more, I have to play this. I have to play this. Look here. Let me just play this, and then I'll play about that, because that's something I'm not drop out.
Well-thinking Jamaicans should raise their voice in concert against the high levels of crime and against the government in not doing enough in...
So who said this? Now himself raise over.
All well-thinking Jamaicans should raise their voice in concert against the high levels of crime and against the government in not doing enough in...
So you said that so all people use your voice now and I use against you.
Position and your view on dual citizenship and holding such and being in the member of parliament.
Let me say this as a kind of precursor to answering you. I've tried not to say too much on the constitutional reform issues because there is a strategy to literally take all my statements and turn them into political fodder. And I didn't want anything that I said to be used as an excuse not to proceed because we got the sense that people were looking for excuses not to proceed with the constitutional reform. So I deliberately, totally stayed away from it. So even though...
That's why you're trying not to chat, but when you chat, still got to lie. So continue.
I am going to be very careful and guarded, limited in any statement that I make.
I'm limited from, I know me, because every statement to make I look to it same way. So I'm guided and I limit where I say. After I come tell the people lies, them and them thing there. But I'm going to play it, you know. So you see what I say? So I'm quiet. And inside that's why I want to so quiet to no one phone thing for use neither. Again, so I want to tell the people them say. So what I try to do is get everything where I'm saying and look for them and say, but me, if you know what I say, no, you know, because me they said this already, you know. I mean, I want to say this because it's a conflict, you know. Yeah, him contradict himself, you know. To make a conflict, this because I contradict myself, yeah, so him start listening now, literally. You hear this? Yes, hear this.
On this matter of the dual citizenship, except what I've already said, which I was very clear in statements made when I was leader of government business in the parliament over a decade ago, that I believe that the Jamaican diaspora is much bigger than our Commonwealth.
All right, so I take a statement and make political fodder. Listen to the garbage where I chat here, so. Two sides of mouth, I like four sides of mouth, I chat some. East, west, north, and south. East, west, north, and south. Right? East, west, north, and south. Just listen to every statement make any sense. Just listen here.
And that the Jamaican Commonwealth is our diaspora, wherever they are.
It is.
And that we should allow persons with Jamaican citizenship to be able to serve Jamaica.
So when a person with Jamaican citizenship be able to the diaspora want even them in the US and then them, so we should allow it. So if you attack with a broad brush. Not sure or him fling himself on that big mama, you know. And the brushes and that tree and all over the place. Just listening keenly. Right? Just listen when I say time one mouth. He might attack Markie G with this. You know? That's when I say, who are the liar, the real, who really liar to Jamaica now? You see where I say, so you can't follow where I say. Don't make him spin nobody. Person who have Jamaican citizenship, come and attack, you know, drunk or jacket have Jamaican citizenship. Now, what I want to remember, him can run. And then in single law say if you're a prime minister now, you must have it. So tell me something now. If you have a finance minister, you know, you can't be a prime minister alone. Finance minister more powerful than the whole of them, believe it or not. Without the money and that one go the whole country sink. It can't, operate without that. And if you take some idiot bug, then you get things like this where you get. Next year, which ministry you run, you have to have the money and you have to get it right. Them now get it right, that's why the place is. Same? Yes. Most powerful ministry. And then they'll say, no, man, no education. Then where you get the money from for education? You can't get the food, you can't pay nobody, you can't do nothing without the finance ministry. Same? So you know, it's very powerful, very powerful. Like this person money to who and who. Where you forget. And I like that, they might come and say, I give health 100 billion. And I give everybody 100 billion. Now I have so much money. They might tell you which one I get 5 billion, and which one I get 10, and which one need this, and which can them have to work out everything, don't it? Much and pay a work out and that and that and that. And I do it at the finance ministry. I have to do that. I revise some budget and find some money some other place to go deal with it. We have a hurricane. The finance ministry have to deal with this. I know health, I know labor, and nothing. Them just do the work, but they have to have the money now for a flow and flow in the right way. And that's what I do. So you have a man that run your finance ministry, and him can't do all and it's okay. But a man that turn prime minister now. No, him have just Jamaican citizenship, according to him. So the one who sit down in a parliament will have dual. Him say, okay, me all right with this. You can know the state secret, because remember, I know the cabinet, I know the state secret. The cabinet, not the prime minister by himself. So when them come and talk something, you know, say matter bull crap. And nobody reject that. Not even the local media say no, but we are talking make no sense. If you say the cabinet, and by the way, anybody can add on to the cabinet at any time from your member of parliament. Even him could have drawn opposition and put in cabinet. If him choose to. You never know. Ask them. Of course. He could have drawn opposition for serve with him. Yeah. I think it's allowed. Yes. Okay. So I go and listen to him so. Yeah. Yeah. The finance minister have to be smarter than the PM. Because remember, you know, when he knows the PM have Facebook back and you just want this for them to make sure the thing them work. National security, this work, education, the health system, you know, Ministry of Works and the whole of them, you have to fund the whole of them for them operate. Machine can't move without the finance ministry. Cannot. And then you have the cabinet to make decision. So you can't be a prime minister, you have the ultimate thing. That's not genuine, man. What a female, him play politics all the while, I tell you, don't make him get away. Him talk bulls all the time, yeah? Can't tell
in our parliament, politically. So, for me, it doesn't matter what other citizenship you have, once you swear allegiance, being a Jamaican citizen, to Jamaica. That would be my stated position. The other thing I would say is that to be the ultimate leader of a country.
You can't be an ultimate leader. Ultimate leader you talk about, like I told you that them ultimate leader like North Korea, them dictator there. Ultimate leader. Like the one in Russia, like the one in China, like the one in a you don't have a prime minister is not an ultimate leader. Them can't move him, the cabinet can't move him. You know? In one party can't move him. We don't have the confidence, no confidence vote and move him. Like what you see happening in the UK and enough more places. Them can't move him. Same matter. Them can't move him. Them can't just hey, we don't have no confidence in you and the people them talk and everything that run to but which one like a cult, them not gonna move him. But them can. Them can move him today if they want. Them. But now say no, you know, go look good, you know. How we not gonna do it on that. Them not easy, you know. Eh? Yeah. Yes, me I say. See? So when him talk, say, it no make no sense. He contradict himself. The ultimate leader. What's the ultimate leader? Prime Minister is not an ultimate leader. Your Prime Minister, nobody never vote for a Prime Minister in Jamaica, you know. You vote for a member of Parliament. And you vote for councillors. Them choose one to be them leader and one to be them chairman. All them chairman could have turned a prime minister. What happened to him? You see them talk to people who don't know these things. So them run with these things and talk about bulls and don't understand it. Yeah? You understand? So him as the ultimate leader of politics in my play. Him talk about we run with this and do this and that. Be a garbage. See? So you have nothing but no ultimate leader. Prime minister can move. Or it's set up him can move, him can be removed. Today, if they want to move him, them can come and say no confidence for one prime minister. And them just say he will resign this. We'll move him. We're not sit down with him. He can't stay. The executive say we'll move him, then move him. Yeah? You understand? So you must ultimately leader people. It's a bullshit. Bullcrap. Okay? Hear this. I'm marking them as drop out panel, but it don't make no sense. That's why they can't manage me around and I'm a drop out for me, you know. Not my word. Not my word in drop out. So I use him, I use everything where I'm saying I spin it. Pan him. I use it for holding. You say a strategy. No, we just hold it to the truth. We hold the foot to the fire. Me I do it, and me do it. Yes. That's why I got people. Eh? Continue. Let me show you some mark in my drop out pan. Listen to this.
To be the ultimate executive leader of the country.
So you can have an ultimate executive leader. You know who there in the cabinet, the executive then. As I tell you, same can move. And I like him dead there. So you have to vote him for him move. Remember them put a leader, you know them thing, that's why them have leadership race and everything, and you're not going to run it on them thing then. So there is not the ultimate leader. And by the way, we are humankind. Your heart can't stop any time. Yeah? It no make no sense when him talk. That's why they say people that do like me do. Me live in my wilderness, but let me tell you, you can't start no care if all right. You know what? So me do some interview. Me allow some people to talk and me will ask a question. You don't know why I ask a question, but I ask it like how liar I ask a question. And me leave it there so. Because I want them put it down and I can come back and dissect it and use it on them and match them up. You matter about it, yes. So sometimes you allow them talk. And you draw it out of them and then you can walk them. For instance, like when Christopher Tufton depend this him say in PA, remember the first time I interviewed him? I mean I wrote it the panic. Remember him say the PA where I get it can't send him people them go to school. No, that detrimental body no. I mean I say it all no. But me draw back for the video. Yeah, why detrimental no? Yeah man. See my master. You're right, detrimental bad no. Yeah? If you are get over how much million for the year when some people not see your money and it can't send your people go to school, then all you want or the government at the time of 9,000 per week. Oh, then you have to know how them people survive on this. So right away you bring the government and the big mama and that tree and the truck and all about. Him number one, him should have investigated. Number one, him should have fired him from being when there. I told them a joke. Can just come let them down. Just them speech alone, you know. If you are make at the time, even if you make a $6 or $7 million, and a man and I make nothing. Now you say this guy put me, I put them through school. So that's about a man when I have nothing where I get 9,000, like 30,000 per month. 400,000, 400 and little thousand for the year. When you say about a man like that, you get like 6 or 8 million, and him I get 400,000 for the whole year. To put 5 youth through school, and that's why you get can't send your people to go to school. So we just about all these masses of people. And people get a job and say, hey, this can't do me. The whole of them people that should I get where you are get them. If it can't do that mean where you are get the people them it shouldn't even work. People them for just reject and done. You just bring out the government under the bus. So you leave him and make him put it down there. When we're ready, we just try it up and use it. See? You see it? I'm not my word neither. It's there. Not my word. And then say the money when they get cancer and youth, them go to school. When them ask them about the rice mill. You remember? All right. Continue.
You should have no other citizenship.
It is.
There should be no question by your citizens that you lead, that you have somehow split loyalties, that you have a parachute should in case anything go wrong.
So what you say about your right hand, Ligel Clark? No! Because him jump off a ship, you know, him move parachute and everything. What him, you see, cat mouth kill cock again, you know. When you hear him just say, well, I'm a goal in this thing that you put pan, you know. When you hear, play it back. And that's when come about ultimate leader. By the way, if you're prime minister and something happen to you now, though, somebody have to come take up. So somebody have to do a citizenship, but then push them in. What them do? You're fearing as prime minister, when say you should not have ultimate leader, should not. You know, have not name ultimate leader, brother. The servant of the people have a cabinet. Him can't make the decision without the cabinet. And I like him, I'll come and say, listen, brother, so we are going to do this. And then they'll say, I want the prime minister speak. The cabinet not allow certain things, him not have them power there. Him can come and come to certain things and might have shuffle the cabinet. But him have to be careful not make them decks. But certain things, you know, and laws and legislation, it have rules where them have to follow. So the cabinet vote on it. Not him come and say, well, are you certain, you know? Can come and take bush. You know, like that. Continue.
Ultimate executive leader of the country.
Yes.
You should have no other citizenship.
Yes.
There should be no question by your citizens that you lead, that you don't.
So people, let me just rewind again. Him say executive. Him use the word executive. So who's one of the ultimate executive? I have an executive. The executive are the same cabinet. You have an ultimate executive leader. The cabinet are the cabinet, you know. So they are the leaders. That's the cabinet, right? Remember, you know, even when they must swear in, him say anything, but the cabinet, when you're in the cabinet and think of him for tell it, because you can't charge him for it. Camera make it stay there, him go be truthful and what have you. Remember, I'm swearing, don't it? Listen when I'm swearing again. So you can have no ultimate executive leader. So you attack your whole cabinet. And anybody can come in the cabinet anytime. You move one day, man they drop down or something, then you have to go swear in 2 more and put them in the back. 2 drop down or 3 drop out or something, don't it? Eh? We must say them make sense. Listen.
Stated position. The other thing I would say is that to be the ultimate leader of a country, to be the ultimate executive leader of the country, you should have no other citizenship. There should be no question by your citizens that you lead, that you have somehow split loyalties, that you have a parachute should in case anything go wrong, that you may not be subject to the full force of the laws of the country that you serve because you are a citizen of another country. You could always find a way out. So, and I think that is important. I think in the minds of every Jamaican, the question would be, is the leader of your country fully, wholly and solely committed to your best interest, and there is no other loyalty or interest drawing on the decisions that they make. So I think if you allow that, in other words, if you allow the leader of the country, in whatever position that leader is, to have another loyalty, then every decision that that leader makes will be open for question. So it is.
So when this is pure bullshit matter, because you know what to come on a banana lander and come and say, okay, me swear we like Blanco jacket. I run your water where you can poison it. You can't poison it. You can't do anything to you. And you allow him. You allow him. Yeah. Leaving proper. Okay. See, my sister does right, and I ask me why does Ligel leave prosperity? If it's a prosperous and him all right, why am I left? And the man has the ultimate leader like the one who lead Iran, and like Russia, and like China, man, ultimate leader them. Okay? And like North Korea and them place, the ultimate leader. Him can move anytime. It's a democratic country. This. It's a democracy. we ma talk of bulls, be bulls. Them can't fire him, you know. Them can't move him. But you know, in party now gonna do it, you know, or them set up them things. He ma talk from the they are positive. So he ma talk in dictatorship thing and things that people are buy this. We not buy this. But what we do use it and hold him to account. Because you may not come talk about ultimate leader. And yes, still ultimate leader thing was garbage. But yes, still Ligel, me said that are the most important ministry in Jamaica. Enough people never realize. Then that's no, you know, the education ministry. But you say then it will save life, but oh, you get the money for fund it. Can't have nothing. And speaking of it with us today, I'm showing up, you know, because I'm telling you something of it, you know. Me know tough thing, you know, I'm show it, you know. You know I'm show it still, but I don't know, me show it, you know. Because I never show the people them or down there still, that's all. Yes. I never show the people them all the place there, man. Nasty, man. Yeah? So I'm show you two, I'm drop two video upon you. I'm drop two, man. Last year, no, this is the biggest, the nicest hospital we have right now. I'm gonna show you all the people, all them bed nice, KPH. Just now. KPH. KPH stands for Kill the Public Hospital, yeah? Yeah. See that one, August 29. August 29. Yeah. All right, KPH August 29. That's the one. I'm gonna push up the other one too. So this, I don't just probably just one just now, yeah? Yes. So my first phone in this. So this now upon ward. This yes. And you tell me, you know, I remember, you know, the man I get too much money for him pay now, you know, and them are voting me as a number one, you know. Eh? Young man are going. I'm showing you something. KPH Hospital. August 29th. Yes, 29th. I'm going to just put 2 years now. All right. Let me show you what I want you to know. All right. So this, we talk about ultimate leader. Now I show the hospital and them thing. If you have him, like Liegel, mash up this. Can you mash up the hospital too, you know? Yes. Before I show the hospital, let me just play one more time. Let me drop word for me in. August 28th, sorry, yeah, man. 29th. So I talk about my sister Red Strong. Tomorrow, you know, Maria. So 29th, 28th. Yeah. Let me just play a little thing.
And holding such and being in the a member of parliament.
Let me say this as a kind of precursor to answering you. I've tried not to say too much on the constitutional reform issues because there is a strategy to literally take all my statements and turn them into political fodder.
So what? Who am I talking to? When we play back one more time, I know what meeting with it, you know. Yeah.
What is your position and your view on dual citizenship and holding such and being in the a member of parliament?
Let me say this as a kind of precursor to answering you. I've tried not to say too much on the constitutional reform issues because there is a strategy to literally take all my statements and turn them into political fodder. And I didn't want anything that I said to be used as an excuse not to proceed because we got the sense that people were looking for excuses not to proceed with the constitutional reform. So I deliberately, totally stayed away from it. So even though I am going to be very careful and guarded, limited in any statement that I make on this matter of the dual citizenship, except what I've already said.
So him guard himself now and yeah, him just get up and talk. Yeah? Him get up and talk. Now, let me show you in the hospital and then I'm going to play something with him. Because you talk about take your statement. Eh? Remember, you tell me this, you know. Remember, just play this before.
Soon. The people of Jamaica have been asking the questions. When last I spoke to you in February, I put the question to you about your statutory declarations. You told me that you had written to the Integrity Commission and you were awaiting a further response from them. Have you had that response? And what was the response?
To me, I've written back to them. They have written to me. I've written back to them, and it is still a matter for the Integrity Commission. Like you, I too am anxious to have this matter resolved.
But what is the nature of the issue that you keep having to respond about?
Well, the general issue of the Integrity Commission is that they do an entire audit on your financials and your personal finances, and for me, going back several years. And that takes time, because it is just not my response alone that they have to await. They have to await the responses of several other agencies.
When I talk about bull crap, you know. So if them are people, let me tell you where this. And him say we're taking a political father boy them talk. If them are way in Markie have much business, prove now run a Markie them thing and all kind of things. A long time I run business. Then the same thing applies to Markie. So all film thing go through. Eh? All film thing go through. I can't claim statutory declaration. I can't declare statutory declaration. I know. No. Can't declare from 2021. The one 2022 not declare. The one 2023 not declare. And him still a prime minister. A country can run so. So when they use them one word when them come say him written to them. We are written to them right to people who are part of the yet. Them have a problem. If you're the prime minister that can declare, we're going to have a serious problem, man. What happened to this man? Eh? We're going to take him out. So we'll play them thing at bad him, so no one say nothing at all again. Yeah? All right. What am I going to do? Now I make a talk, I'm going to give a week off. I make a talk, I bring out what you want to bring out in a 1 week. And then the seminar trouble in a 1 week. Just talk anything where you want to. Yeah? So nobody steer away and nobody talk. You need to talk. You understand? So when you stay away, stop that stay away thing there. You need to do it. You need to get up and talk. You understand? So let me tell him from now, when we look for KPH. Then yeah, me do this, we just do them here before we come back here, because the eagle flying, you notice me never on the eagle. Never reach back yet. Then I'm on flight, you know. Can the eagle move like, you know, like Concord, you know, like warplane. So eagle depend, you know, depend flight right now. Yeah? I'm flying back. And the eagle just video KPH to me, you know. Yeah? I'm going to kill the public hospital, KPH. Oh, my see if it does that. All right. All right, see it. This is not KPH just now. Come on. It's not here with the people. I had to see part of the last night, you know. That's it. What's the same way? You know, find up the same way for this thing. Yeah. So it's a big Nazi camp. See? But then spend the most money on this and healthcare, you have healthcare. Right? Yeah, this just video. Let me just go to the store that I can see it better. See? Yeah, we just do them things because you know you have to see it. See that? Oh, that's so that's so. Yeah, but
yes, the Abuba bed, you know. Abuba sleep on a bench.
Oh, bed. No bed. That them sleep on. Anyway, yes to them. After them sit down and sleep. See that bench and everything. After them sit down and sleep. All right? And then two big family does a place like this. But they might tell you much money they spend. Eh? You see it? All right. This just video. So this are in a KP. See that? All right. Big and dirty, you just lie down there. And nobody knows to look for you. One nurse might have done the pan of the nursing station and that and this. These are the treatment of people they might get. So if you go on, you just go on, you know. Yes. See? And then things they run out. And by the way, Thing they run out. Holness. Something bag of foolishness. Him run out and I congratulate. And about rates, flag. What kind of flag? What them not try to do? I do a little political spin pan a place to mash up and sink. Mash up and sink. And then Big Mama run out. Congratulations, them more people say, yes, a great thing. Nothing great about it. What are this nasty? Nothing at all great about this. This a fool, this a garbage, a foolishness. See? Let me look at, let me just remind about IMF here. IMF. Let me just remind about the IMF. Again. Nothing great about IMF. Yes, nothing at all. IMF, let me see this.
The International Monetary Fund, an institution that...
All right, listen, let me tell you about
International Monetary Fund, an institution that promotes global economic stability and perhaps a lender of last resort, or, as some say, an outdated organization whose policies damage the social and cultural fabric of a country. Let's take a closer look. The IMF was founded in 1944 at Bretton Woods in the United States. Since then, its membership has grown from 44 countries to 190. The IMF says it monitors the economic health of member countries and provides loans for governments in economic distress. 2 years ago, at the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, more than 100 nations requested bailouts from the IMF. Here's our correspondent Alan Fisher reporting on those loans.
From its headquarters here in Washington, the International Monetary Fund has put together a $9 trillion pot to help countries deal with the COVID crisis. Most of that money has come from the G20, the world's richest nations, and more than 100 countries have...
Them get the money, and I feed them money at the country them. America, no one of them and lend the money. Okay? I lend the money, lend. So it runs through this and then this person, and then the asterisk measure when they put on fire, it's wicked. Asterisk measure. Wicked.
The G20, the world's richest nations, and more than 100 countries have asked for help.
Now, this is the IMF map of where money was distributed. Among those helped, $2.7 billion to Egypt, $411 million to Ethiopia, $361 million to Bosnia-Herzegovina. More recently, Sri Lanka received $2.9 billion after its economy faced collapse. It ran out of money for food, medicine, cooking gas, and fuel. But critics of the IMF say it is outdated and ineffective. Of the 89 developing countries that received IMF loans between 1965 and 1995, more than half were no better off afterwards. In fact,
remember play it back from 65 to 1, and this is what me ask. Yeah.
89 developing countries that received IMF loans between 1965 and 1995, more than half were no better off afterwards. In fact, 32 were poorer.
Poorer! 32. Yeah, them the better off. Yeah.
Other critics question whether many nations which borrow money from the IMF have the ability to repay it.
Now you're saddled with additional debt from the IMF, then some sort of longer-term plan and program is likely going to have to step in to help countries through that.
Now, the IMF is downgrading its forecast of 2.9%.
All right, so when I understand about the IMF now, no? You ever play this to the people? Them? So tell me now, Grandma, what you say? Yes, Tony. For them come and rejoice and say, we have IMF and we have somebody from Jamaica, it carry down your flag. Because we are stepping at people's neck with them austerity measures. Them also, one of them all Jamaica do it too. Me right them have Ligel, the water boy I run up and down. I do foolishness. Can't have no power there. None. And leave Jamaica in assembles. But they are testing out Holness attack yourself. Oh, you tell me no liar now. The man are too weak. Ligel are too weak. And he jump ship. Member of Parliament and this and money can lead you straight. Any man make money lead them straight, but you know. People, yeah, you can't make money lead you straight like that. Yes. Yeah, I understand. But we lead you straight, something wrong. Saying? He might look away out, he knows, so okay, election, I forgot run, you know, I'm under pressure, you know, say, me and leave, me take for myself, me not stay. But I go up to go chat on them too, you know. Go up to go, you know, maybe thing. Because we have American, you have American got talent and anything, you know. Maybe I go up to go do audition for sing. Yes. Maybe more turn and sing too. Can I turn a water boy? But like I'm telling you, can just turn and sing, don't it? Yes. I'm going to drink and go sing for American got talent, don't it? Yeah? Yeah. See? Nobody now hold him this time. I have to do one can leave. But I mean, he might do worse. And then them just try to spin it pound and say a good thing he might do. Not no good about this. Nothing. All right. So remember just recap a little thing here. So Friday, today Wednesday, Friday, all road leading to New York. All road. See, remember just play. Let me just play this. What on there? New York. New York. Let me just play. All road leading to New York, you know. Let me look for this. I'm gonna play one Jamaica Liegel. Hold on. Yeah, man. So all road leading to New York, I know. Yeah, man. You know, so them have protest, you know, march. Protest. Friday coming from 9 to 3. You know, out of the embassy, yes, you know. So you know that all road leading to New York. Yeah, I don't know between them. I'm not saying I come out now on the number same way. So you know it already? Yes. And then after that, no, you know, Saturday, then we have a big treat, you know, and back to school, treat and family fun day too. I know you have to make the family all right. See? Yeah, we're a broadcast at that. So both of them are broadcast. Yes. And then the 8th. No, the night that are Friday and Saturday. So they know say we can't miss the 29th, we can't miss tomorrow, you know, tomorrow. You might say 29, and Maria Earth Strong, so you know you have to go and big her up and take it, Maria. Yeah, you understand? Mama Auntie Earth Strong at the 1st of December, I don't know.
What, Maria
Tomorrow.
Happy birthday when you come, Maria.
All right. You hear that, Maria? What you mean there's the magazine?
Tomorrow close to showing that today showing one.
So you hear this? Yeah, man. You understand? So you know it already? You hear this? All right. See? And Mama, why is the Mama one near to? At December the 1st. Yeah. Mama December, yeah, man. So Mama great, you know, like Michael Mandy and Mama Peter, no? Yes. December people, them, yeah, man. So great set of people, them, yeah, man. See? Yeah, man.
Wait, tell two of us and we still awake for her.
All right, two of us. All right. Yeah. Mark and Carla, the name there, not over. Yes. Yeah, man. So, yeah, man. So, Maria, you know, fear day tomorrow, you ask the sister, man, they ask it, thing up. They ask it, up. All right. Yeah, man. And then Ratty, we ask the big thing of Friday, you know. The big thing of Friday. I will lead right there, so I'm going to carry that to you, so I want to know that already. Yes. So I will lead right there. Friday. Can't miss that. So we just want to rinse out that, you know. Yeah, my yes, man. Yes. And then the 8th, you know, so we have the Tony, I know, you know, watch out. Party on deck. So maybe show no party on deck. We're going to look around for party on deck now. Yeah. Barbara, So, Barbara, your birthday that too. You have got ear up by your earth song, man. You have to ear up, man. We ask, man. Your earth song that too, man. So, the big up yourself, man. We ask, man. No, we ask, no. No respect, you know. See? Party, yeah. I could play this now. All right, so you know what's this? Yeah, man, that's the general. Yeah, man. Yeah, man, them every year, you know. Last year one this, yes. So every year, you know, them party are shot, man. I play it out fear, you know, it go. Yes. Them party are always shot. People just enjoy themselves, enjoy everything, you know. Well, them things are well put together, you know. Yes. You know. Yes. You know. So, you know, so the 8th of September, this well shot. Well shot. And then we have broadcast, we have the march, we have the protest Friday, and we have Saturday too. You know, we are broadcasting, so we never see them still. See what I want, you know, so that's over there, you know, that's the thing there, you know. Thing them stop. Saying? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. A joke can make, eh? Makala, serious? Yeah, man, you know, yeah, man. Big up yourself, too, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. There's the magazine, man. Maria. Oh, all right. So I could just send a little message to Andrew Holness because just the way I use what you say and where I use it against you. Yeah? And for political follow, when say? Remember, you know, all right. Oh, I use it for political something when a reality. Look on this. Markie General, look, you tell me something now. You were Andrew tell the nation as a prime minister. You forget the things right, brother. Yeah.
Vals and no to iconic Hidals.
These two gentlemen have created a music genre we wish to acknowledge.
So, not go so people. So, the two gentlemen don't create no music genre. Come out with them to create cash, create dancehall. So as the prime minister, come and say this now, you hear it and all the youth go up and then take this. We must correct him. Tell me if we correct him, I will make it stay like this. And tell him same at bulls. That's why we fact check him. So we fact check him. Uno know Beanie and Bunty create dancer or create cash. Uno know of that? That long time if I go dance. Yeah? Enough people go dance when they all name dance when them are dancing. Before the join what we call the DJ thing, and you know, we just start the dance music, you know. You would say dance music because it's paying and most of dance not by radio. Yeah? Yes. See? So we must correct him also because remember I'm heard not my
Rivals and no to iconic Hidals.
These two gentlemen have created a music genre we wish to acknowledge your work and contribution to Jamaica.
So see, so he might do this and he don't know what to do or what to say. They shall tell him, say that and that, and just say anything what I'm out. I'm gonna lie, and when I know mis and disinformation, fake. You must say nothing. Or it's a political product. Film business. That doesn't make no sense. See? So I have to correct him. When you do this too, saying, can you go for my goal and I have to show you, know, but you can't. let me show you something. Now, when them do this, look at.
I was born in a 2-bedroom board house at 56 Cumberland Road in a Spanish town. Just down the road from the Grassyard Market. My father is still a farmer, and my mother is a retired civil servant who sent the two of us, me and my sister, to school on a civil servant salary. I never born.
See that? And I meet you, so listen.
You can't work long enough about inequality. So I want the poor people of the country to understand that the PNP has been tricking you for a long time talking about poverty because they don't understand poverty, and the truth is they don't want you to come out of poverty. They like it the way it is because they feel they will always get poor people voting for them, so keep them poor. And as I stand here today, I tell you that I born poor. I was born in Spanish Town, grew up at 56 Cumberland Road, in a board house, 1 bedroom.
People must play here 2 dogs. So I'm born in a 1 and I'm born in a 2. I hear this.
Grew up with my great-grandmother.
Nothing mother and father again, you know. So now play your play it. When we must do play this, when you hear inconsistencies. So this can't be true, I'm the two of them cannot be true at the same yard, but it's a single parent house. You listen, great grandmother, not grandma, great grandma.
Single parent house.
Single parent house.
Use Jimmy.
Yeah.
Walk to school. Sit down in a classroom with 60 people and listen.
So I'm gonna play them thing. Where am I get eat up for? Here again now.
I was born in a 2-bedroom board house at 56 Cumberland Road in a Spanish town. Just down the road from the Grassyard Market. My father is still a farmer, and my mother is a retired civil servant who sent the two of us, me and my sister, to school on a civil servant salary. I never born with no gold spoon in my mouth.
So me not understand. So which one you born? Can look at?
In this region,
yeah,
poor people of the country. And as I stand here today, I tell you that I born poor. I was born in Spanish Town. Grew up at 56 Cumberland Road in a board house, 1 bedroom. Grew up with my great-grandmother. Single parent house. Use Jimmy. Walk to school. Sit down in a classroom with 60 people and listen. I was born in a 2-bedroom board house at 56 Cumberland Road in a Spanish town.
Make up your mind.
Just down the road from the Grassyard Market. My father is still a farmer, and my mother is a retired civil servant who sent the two of us, me and my sister.
So that can't be true, people. So when I point out these things, when I say I use my political father, I don't understand that. Political father. I don't understand. What I say? To point out the lies, the inconsistencies, to point them out and say, but whether this couldn't be true. At the same yard, same 56, same address, but single parents out, board house means single parents. Great grandmother mean great grandmother, can't mean a mother and father. And then go up on the next pulpit. In a podium in a pulpit, can't preaching, go preach. And you're born in a 2-bedroom house with mother and father and sister. But you're born and go up in a 1 room with great grandmother alone. Single parents, single parent house. And you go up just with them great granny. And yes, so you go up with mother and father. in a 2-bedroom. Now, this could have been right. This sound like it real to you. And the Prime Minister this. So I'm holding by them words and now when I'm saying, I'm careful because we use them word for the political right? Eh? And that I play for the last thing I just said, I'm just go back for it. So this is not my word, you know. Free word. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah, man. So a female and my thing. Same way, Maca. See? And my thing. So me just play him thing and make him hear him thing and make him to correct him thing. If you don't want to correct it, a him thing. But I tell the people themselves, I'm two of them can be true. You understand? And then here when I'm dropping word now, make it sound like somebody at twisting. We're not twisting. Watch them tell PLI, the lie thing we ever walk the face of the earth. The lie thing from creation and Holness. Nothing. Not even Ligel lied to, you know. But not come close to what Ligel lied to. See? Yes. See? Look at
Position and your view on dual citizenship and holding such and being in the a member of parliament.
Let me say this as a kind of precursor to answering you. I've tried not to say too much on the constitutional reform issues because there is a strategy to literally take all my statements and turn them into political fodder. And I didn't want anything that I said to be used as an excuse not to proceed because we got the sense that people were looking for excuses not to proceed with the constitutional reform. So I deliberately, totally stayed away from it. So even though I am going to be very careful and guarded, limited in any statement that I make on this matter of the dual citizenship, except what...
So I'm guarded and limited and him no want come talk. Film business, we have the one of the clippings already. And instead of come talk, I love cut ribbon and I love cut ribbon. And tell me why no consistency is not there. So we have to run him down, make him stay. Him no want to, and then remember say, I mean make can play the eagle, because the eagle tape a lot of things in. But we no want, sometimes you have play sometimes you play the eagle. Because I don't want them pine fingers on nobody, especially up there with them there. So you have the eagle have something they pick up where you can't play. We know that can't play, they want to pine on people, so you don't play it. See? So with the parties ahead of them. So we not play certain things because not even one person them just want accuse of them oneself. So you don't play certain things. But when I play certain things, man, then roll over, man. The eagle pick up a lot of things, The eagle then a mid-flight to reach back, so reach back, my notice me not on the eagle. The eagle is a mid-flight, man. See? As I tell the people them say, right, that's all, eh? Yeah. Well, that's how it going on. Oh, man. That's how it go, man. You see? As I tell you, say, Ligel, just you wanna ask yourself who liar to Jamaica now. They say Mark Woolen, what am I talk about? I don't want to try to spin for him one little thing and do this. Man, no, sir. See? And you have 49, but you can't find somebody. You have to put money return or mash up the whole of the education system. Mash up the health system, mash up. And you have to draw back for money return on one of them. So you can't find nobody with talent or something to be a baggage. You understand better? You couldn't dash to a cabinet and do the cabinet no good. No, it's a wall up. You couldn't dash to a wall up and do it no good. And find some other thing fitting it. It's unbelievable. I mean, I tell, it's unbelievable. You don't expect him dash to the wall over and get something. You can't. I do him wall over shaky. It's bad down. Eh? Tell me the truth, not true, not bad. It's bad, man. See? It's bad. Anyway, it's tomorrow the Titans, I worry it's boy, I know. But yeah, so man. Wait till the Titans rise. Our worries. Yeah. Yeah, man. Our worries. But there, say, when you know, say, a little later, because I do too much things, I say, my man job. pack out and do one bag of things. Because I remember that I just today, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, then Saturday, you know, so we have that thing there and so much thing I deal with. So I deal with a million thing one time, so you know, say go to you know. That's why I wonder when we go to sleep, don't it? And get a rest. Get a little quick rest, you know. That's true. So anyway, later.
We in lump sum, we a beat it till the hammer burn. We not make them get in at them and again. None of them boy, we none of them. We alone some rise up the bomber.
Original 40 says no, we not take rough up the cook up. From the other day, them face them a puff up like they 3 little pig and the unfair off up if them flip like a fool and leave them get crushed up meta. Shut your beat, no speak, you meta hush up. Street furniture, everything's a get dust up. Limbs and shove, everything's a get brush up. When you see original Eastman, you must not fuck away. Lyrically inclined, be a metaphor, so no listen to.
Renegade. Later. Blessed.